Lisbon is officially one of the busiest cities in Europe. And with that popularity, prices have gone up and quality is often hit or miss. So I'm spending 48 hours here to find the best food and the best things to do. From the famous Timeout market to the local backstreet Tascas, and from the stunning Alfama views to the perfect Pastel de Nata, I will show you what is actually worth your money for your visit to this stunning city. Let's get going. Now, I don't think you can have a trip to Lisbon without starting with a Pastel de Nata, the famous custard tart here in Portugal. And I've come to a place called Manteigaria, which literally means butter shop, and you'll see why in a minute. But it's probably the most famous place to have in the city. Let's not have comments saying, oh, Pasteis De Belem is the most famous. Yes, but this one is in the city. It's right near where I'm staying. You have them all over the city, but in each of them you can see them making the Pastel de Nata, and I love doing that. So this is how they make them. At Manteigaria, the process starts by folding butter, a lot of butter, into the dough. It is then fed through the machine several times to create a thin and consistent sheet of pastry. This sheet is rolled into a tight log and then sliced into small cylinders. Next, the bakers place each piece into a metal mold and use their thumbs to push the dough into shape. Once the crusts are ready, they are filled with the custard and placed in a very hot oven. They look so good when they're baking. They puff up into this dome of custard on top. And this high heat is what makes the pastry flaky and creates the signature dark spots on top. After baking, the tarts are left to rest for a short time, and then they're popped out of their metal molds and moved straight to the counter. They're sold fresh and warm. Let's try them. To eat them, what you want to do, you can have them plain anyway, but what you want to do is dust it with cinnamon powder and icing sugar. That is the local way to eat them. And then they end up looking like this. Looks so good. It's still warm, it's still from the oven. I'm here as it opens, so the benefit of that is you're getting them hot straight out of the oven. I mean, I think they make so many anyway, you're going to get them hot straight out of the oven. But I've been waiting for this for a long time. Let's try it. Oh my word, look at that. Look how creamy and custardy it is on the inside. And that cinnamon and that icing sugar, that elevates it. Listen, I live in Madeira, I live in Portugal. The Pastel de Nata are good there, but this is another level, you just can't compete. The pastry is so flaky and so buttery. Serious amounts of butter going in there. Forget about that, you're on holiday. But the custard, it's the custard which makes it, oh, so good. Just a stone's throw away from Manteigaria is this place, A Brasileira. It's a cafe, an absolutely stunning cafe. One of the most pretty cafes that I've seen, both on the outside and on the inside. Again, we've come here early. It's about 8:30 now and it opens at 8. However, this place gets busy for a reason. I mean, it's historic for a start. It's been open since 1905 and it used to be frequented by artists and poets. But it's busy now, obviously, because it's gorgeous, but also for the history. However, the history is interesting. In Portugal, an espresso shot is called bica, B-I-C-A. The story goes that when this cafe first started selling coffee, the customers found it too bitter. They didn't like it. So they used to put signs up saying, Bebe isto com açúcar. And then obviously the espresso became known as bica. And now everywhere across Portugal, it is known as bica. To be honest, I've given up coffee. I don't drink caffeine, maybe once a week if I'm lucky. But if you're in Lisbon and you're near a Brasileira, I think you have to, it's one of those things you have to do, right? You have to have a coffee here. So I'm gonna do as they say, I'm gonna put some sugar in it and see what all the hype is about for this place. I like it. It comes with a little chocolate and it comes in a little branded cup. Listen, it's a shot of espresso. In Portugal, they like it strong, they like it dark roasted, and it's exactly that. For me, it needs the sugar, so definitely bica, bebe isto com açúcar, when you come here. But yeah, even one shot. I haven't had a coffee in so long, it's probably gonna give me a kick up the, you know, good for exploring today, going around the city. But definitely worth a stop. There's a line for queuing. You can sit outside and you can sit inside. I think it's nice to sit inside. Probably wouldn't queue for it, so get here early and come and enjoy a breakfast coffee here in a Brasileira. That was a good little start. Good little start to the day. Oh God, no one told me how cold it was going to be. I am freezing. So what that means is we need to go and get some proper food. I think we need some proper food and get this day really going, and then we'll do a little bit of exploring. Let's go get some breakfast, proper. All right, I must admit, I'm a little bit lost. I've come out of Chiado, trying to find the next food place, and I don't really know where I am. Somewhere in the center, but I haven't set up my mobile data, which was a mistake. I've got myself an eSIM from Saili, so I'm just going to set that up and turn that on. Then I'll have the mobile data to use the maps and find where I'm going, because you don't want to be wasting time when you're on a city break or you're on a trip wherever you're going. They are so easy to set up. You just download their app, find the country that you're visiting, and then find the data plan that you want, how much data you would like, purchase it, and download it to your phone. It really is as easy as that. I just happen to forget to do it. And the benefit of having an eSIM rather than a normal SIM card is you don't actually need a physical SIM card, so you're not faffing around. Their prices are very affordable. They have destinations all over the world, so wherever you're going, they're probably going to have one. And if you would like to get yourself one, you can use the discount code JoeyP and get 15% off your first eSIM. I'm just going to turn mine on, and then we're going to get to the next place, which is piri-piri chicken. Okay, I was going to go to a park to eat this, but it's 10 minutes away and I couldn't wait that long. It smelt too good, it looked too good as it's turning away on that rotisserie and the charcoal kicking up smoke. And it is busy, not with tourists, but with locals. You can't sit and eat here, by the way, just to let you know. It's not a restaurant, it is takeaway. But there's a queue of locals outside and you know those are the places that you want to be. Oh boy, just look at the skin. Look at the golden, crispy skin on the outside. He asked me if I'd like lemon or piri-piri sauce, spicy, on the outside. Of course I've gone with spicy. That meat is cooked to absolute perfection, juicy, succulent. But we have to do the taste test, don't we? Oh my. That is unbelievable. It is so juicy, so juicy. As it turns on that rotisserie, it just covers itself in its own juices and its own fat as the fat comes out of that skin. You taste the coals, you taste the charcoal, you taste the smoke, but that sauce on top, the spicy kick from the piri-piri. Oh boy, is it good. So, so good. And then he offered me the choice of batata frita, fries, or chips. I've gone with the chips because, well, I'm eating in public anyway. I think most people take it home. You can't eat in there. Homemade, oh, they're good too. I don't think you can beat that chicken. This is the breast. Even the breast looks super juicy. Normally, I'm not a big fan of breast because it dries out on the chicken, but oh my God. This spot is worth the 10 minutes on the metro to get here. Super easy, some of the best chicken I have ever had, and I'm not overplaying that. It really is that good. Just look at that. Look at the juices at the bottom of that dish. I'm just gonna dip that in there. If it could be any better. Oh man. Perfection. Honestly, Nando's does not compare. That is not piri-piri. This is like from a different planet. The sauce is very, very different for a start, but the flavor is so good of that piri-piri. It's more subtle. I'd probably like it a little more spicy, but it's very complex, and it just complements that chicken with chickeny flavor, which is so good, to have chicken with chickeny flavor. Ah, but that skin is the winner here. That skin is 10 out of 10. This place is 10 out of 10, to be honest. We have two incredibly famous places and places you absolutely must try in Lisbon. And it's for this shot of alcoholic liquor called Ginjinha or Ginja. It's made from sour cherries. It's a sour cherry liqueur. And there are two places here, just a stone's throw away from each other. One is called Ginjinha Sem Rival. This is where we are now. And then there's another one called A Ginjinha, which was made famous by Anthony Bourdain. It will be interesting to see whether the original, made famous by Anthony Bourdain, is better, or this one is better, just around the corner. But I love the style of these places, old, rustic, little hole-in-the-wall places, essentially. Friendly in this one, the guy is super friendly. Just look at the color of it, a crimson, dark red. And he asked me if I wanted it with the fruit in or without the fruit. I've gone with the fruit. Let's try it. Oh, you can definitely taste the alcohol. It's not weak, it's definitely got a kick to it. But what I didn't expect is you can actually taste the sour cherries. Sometimes with these things, they're just too sweet or too strong and they don't really taste of anything. But this one is very smooth. You feel it on the back of the throat, the alcohol afterwards, a little burn, which is good. I think you want that. But you taste the sour cherries. Very good. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Let's walk across the road to Ginjinha and see how that compares. Let's see if Bourdain was right or if Semrival has a better recipe. This is how close it is. Ginjinha, Semrival. Turn around, just across the street, just here, is a Ginjinha. Uma Ginja, faz favor.
Com fruta ou sem?
Com. Obrigado.
1,55.
Obrigado. Same setup, basically, and they both cost the same. €1.55 is what they cost. The other one you could pay with card. This one, you just have to pay with cash, but that's fine. So cheers to you guys. Ooh, they do taste different, actually. I didn't expect them to taste so different. I thought they'd be quite similar. This one, interesting. This one, the flavor of the cherry, the sour cherry is not quite as there. This one tastes a bit more mature, but the other one is more fruity. The other one has more of a burn on the back of the throat. I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer the other one. This one is good. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. They're both very close, but the fruity taste of the other one, I think, wins it for me. Oh, yes. All right, before getting too drunk, because I could keep knocking them back, they're very easy to drink. Let's go see a bit more of the city. We've just come into the Praça de Comércio, a large plaza which faces the Tejo River, the heart, the beating heart of Lisbon, or at least it once was the beating heart of Lisbon. This was an important place. This was where the trade came in. It was the main port. It has been rebuilt. It was built in the 1700s, or rebuilt in the 1700s after the large earthquake, but it was still the trading point in the 1600s. You can just imagine coming here on a ship and then walking into this. You would feel the opulence of the city. You would feel the power of the empire. And it is pretty. I mean, this archway behind me is very imposing, very pretty. But when you're walking around the city, because it's built on many hills, and there are a lot of hills here in the city, you feel quite enclosed, unless you're at the peak at the viewpoints. But when you come to here, oh boy, does it open up with splendor. And now you've got obviously cafes and bars and eateries and statues and alcoves and places to just, walk around and take in the grandeur of this place. Right on the riverfront, as I said, so you have a bit of the contrast between the two. Obviously one of the main hotspots of the city. I have come to the area of Belém, just about 20 to 25 minutes away from the center of Lisbon. I actually came out here on one of the e-scooters, and you get e-scooters and e-bikes all over the coastal area of Lisbon, and you can just use Uber or Bolt to unlock them and ride them around. So it was quite fun. You ride past the bridge, you ride past the riverside, you ride past some nice artwork and buildings. It's very nice. I recommend it. However, there's a few reasons to come out here. First of all is the Discovery Monument, the monument celebrating the Portuguese discoveries or colonialization of the world. And then also the Tower of Belém, also a very nice thing to see. You have Jerónimos Monastery, which is great to go inside, but also has given birth to this place. And this place is called Pasteis De Belem, the OG for Pastel de Nata in Lisbon, the OG for Pastel de Nata in the world. The recipe, it says here, this place has been open since 1837, but the recipe before that came from the monastery. And I told you previously in the video that the monks used to starch their robes with the egg whites and they had egg yolks left over, so they used to make desserts. That's how the Pastel de Nata was born. And I have one here. I did have two others. I've got to admit, this is my third here because I filmed the whole segment and realized I didn't turn the microphone on. So we've rectified that. I've ordered another and I'm gonna tell you about it again. I wanted to compare it to Manteigaria, the one I had in town. And actually, visually, it looks different. The pastry looks a little bit different on the bottom. You can just see the swirls of the layers of that pastry. That looks insane. But again, it's warm, fresh from the oven. That's what I love about them here. I'm gonna hit it again with cinnamon and icing sugar, the only way to eat them. And we're gonna see, are they as good? Are they worth the trip out here? Oh, I'm gonna act like I'm surprised, but I already know, but wow, oh wow. They are different. They feel different anyway. You can see the custardy goodness on the inside oozing out of there. That feels less sweet than the other ones, but the pastry is different. Pastry feels more like a phyllo style pastry. It feels like there's less butter. There's probably not. It's not healthier for sure. But it just crunches. It's like glass. It shatters in your mouth. Oh boy, are they good. And still €1.50, so still good value. I mean, this place is absolutely busy. You can buy it at the counter and take it away, or you can come and sit inside. I'm sitting inside and it's massive. It's like the monastery itself. It's absolutely huge and it's absolutely busy. They must be doing all right. One of the most popular, well, I would say the most popular place for Pastel de Nata in the entire world. But they really are so good here. I've got to admit, I've been eating a lot. And I posted on my social media on the story. If you're not following, by the way, do follow. You get behind the scenes stuff. But I asked the question, how many Pastel de Nata or how many Pasteis de Nata is too many? So leave your answer in the comments. In one day, how many is too many to eat? Cheers, guys. I'm going to enjoy this, and then we'll carry on exploring. All right, guys, I just needed to drop something back at the apartment, and I wanted to show you it, because finding good accommodation is important, and I think I found a good one. So this is it, straight inside and into a bright and welcoming lounge area. The first thing I noticed was just how bright and airy this place was. It's decorated really nicely. You have a little window seat, you have artwork, you have plants, mirror as well. It's just a nice place to hang out. There's a massive sofa and plenty of space in the lounge. In terms of the kitchen, you have everything you would expect. You have tea, you have coffee, you have kettle, you have coffee maker, you have washing machine, you have dishwasher, you have oven, and of course you have microwave. As well as all of that, you have well-stocked cupboards. So if you're not wanting to eat out, you can actually do cooking here. It's a working kitchen. The location is perfect in the Chiado area, right next to a supermarket, right next to Manteigaria, right next to the famous coffee house. It's also next to a shopping centre. It's busy, but it's quiet. The flat is quiet, but you do have views down onto that street. It's just very well located. Actually, there's a metro nearby and also very walkable around the city. Perfect location, I would say. The bathroom, you have a bath, of course. You have a shower, you have a toilet, you have a sink, you have a mirror. It's a nice bathroom, no real comments there. And then the bedroom, big, comfy, double bed, comfy pillows, again, nice lighting, artwork on the wall, just a cozy bedroom. If you're a family, there's a cot here, there's a working desk if you want to get some work done like I did, a little bit of editing. There's shutters on the windows to get rid of all that light. There's plenty of storage space, and another important thing is there's aircon both in the lounge and in the bedroom. Overall, fantastic place. I found it on Airbnb and I was very, very happy to stay here. So if you'd like to book this apartment, I'll leave the links in the description. Next up, we have Bifana, slow-cooked pork sandwich. It looks incredible. Just look at that. Look at the pork on the inside, and it's cooked and it's juicy. You can, when you come in here, you smell it, and you can see it bubbling away in the cauldron. A cauldron bubbling away. Look at this place. I mean, this place is one of the most popular places in Lisbon to have Bifana, but it's just a tiny little hole in the wall place. Got the pork bubbling away in the corner. He's one server cutting it up, and then you can have a beer. I mean, we'll save the drink for later, but you can have a beer. It would be so good with a beer. If I'm right, it's cooked with garlic, salt, pepper, paprika, white wine, and it's just cooked and cooked and cooked. Some fatty pork, so it just goes soft and tender, and served in what I would call pap seco, like a fine, white, fluffy bread. Let's try it plain first, and then we'll add some of the condiments that are here. Yes, that is good. Very, very good. The pork is cut very finely, but because it's cooked for so long, it's tender. There's a chew, but it just melts away in your mouth. Now, you have, I guess, like a chili oil or a chili sauce here, and you also have mustard. Now, I'm not normally a big mustard person, but for some reason, I'm thinking the mustard should go on this. So let's get some of that. Have I ruined it? Who knows? Let's see. That mustard is sweet and just acidic, cuts through that pork. I tell you, where that broth is seeped into the bread is absolute magic. Oh, so good. Portuguese street food, who would have thought? Very, very good. Great afternoon snack. Just €3, €3. That seems very cheap. I thought it was $3.50. I said to him, it's $3.50, no, in Portuguese. And he said, no, €3. Maybe soon €3.50. Had a little laugh about that. But for €3, absolute bargain. All right, guys, just look at what I've got. I know it's a difficult job to be eating ice cream on a chillier day, but the things I do for you guys, I wanted to show you some ice cream because it's not always going to be slightly colder in Lisbon, it's going to be hot. And when you're on holiday, ice cream, I think, is a must, especially when you're on holiday in Europe. So I was Googling for a place to find, and I found this place. It's called Unico, and it's gelato inspired by, or ice cream, inspired by gelato from Italy. The woman is Portuguese, but she lived in Italy for 22 years in Bologna. She has a lot of flavors in there, a lot of good flavors. She let me try a lot, so she's friendly with that. You can try the ones you like. But I've gone for three. I've gone for hazelnut, I've gone for dark chocolate, and I've gone for pistachio. Oh, I've been giving it a lick so far because it keeps melting as I set up the camera. However, normally my go-to to test how good an ice cream shop is pistachio and dark chocolate. I love the combination, and I think there you can really tell whether they're doing it right. This stuff is incredible. The pistachio is so, so good. It's like eating the essence of pistachio. And with that dark chocolate, you can see how dark and how rich that chocolate is. The characteristic of this, I mean, it's completely like Italian gelato. It's so smooth and it's so creamy. When she was serving it, she was just like whipping it up in the jar, in the storage container, whipping it up and folding it around and getting it into the cone. Ridiculous. And then on the bottom, hazelnut. You can see the color of it. I thought it was going to be like a chocolatey hazelnut, like Nutella. That's what I was thinking, but no, it's literally the nut itself. Again, unbelievable. The essence of hazelnut again. In a cone, thought I'd show you the cones. The cones look good. Great little stop, great little find. If you're fancying ice cream, if you're fancying good quality ice cream, get yourself to this place. Not the cheapest, €5.50 for 3 scoops, medium, but when you have quality ingredients, I don't mind paying, right? I know sometimes I might be known to be a little bit hyperbolic. However, that right there has to be some of the best gelato I've had ever. Ever. I've just come into Alfama, a very romantic district, a very old district of Lisbon, famous for its views over Lisbon, famous for its views over the coastline. However, once you get into it, into the narrow patchwork alleyways, it is truly stunning. I mean, narrow alleyways, you don't know what you're going to find around each corner, and that's what I love about it. Not only do you find pretty places, of course you find cafes and restaurants and bars. However, you also see real life. It's a bit rough, it's a bit ready in places. You have people hanging their clothes out. You have people living, basically. It's not just a tourist area. There's a lot of steps, as you would expect in Lisbon, but it's just a nice place to walk around. There's bunting hanging from the festivals, I guess. I think the Sardine Festival happens here. Oh, wow, that's pretty. Like I say, you just walk around the narrow alleyways and you come across things. Oh, very, very nice district. I can see why everyone wants to come here. I think it's a bit lively in the evenings, especially on the weekend, so I don't know if I would stay here, but to come and have a look, yeah, I like it a lot. All right, I know we've already tried 2 ginjinhas already. However, when you see the little old lady selling them here in Alfama, probably homemade, hopefully homemade, you have to buy one, don't you? €1, €1, what a bargain. This time, it comes in a little chocolate cup. Look at that. Now, you're meant to have it whole, just put it in your mouth, but I would just want to try the Ginjinha and compare it to the famous ones. Ah, come on. That one is fantastic. I mean, the others are good, but that one is fantastic, so I'm gonna go for it whole. With chocolate is the way to go for sure. Oh man, I have to tell you, I said it was good when I tried it. However, afterwards, the mother of the person serving it came out and they were having a chat with people and laughing and taking photos. Ah, such a nice touch. Okay, those famous places in town, they're good, you have to try them, they're famous, of course. But you don't beat experiences like that. Didn't want to shove the camera too much in the face, so I can only show you a couple of clips of it. But 100% come to this one. I'll put the link in the description. I think you'll have fun, and more than that, it tastes blimmin' good. This might not be the viewpoint in Alfama. There are so many viewpoints in Alfama, but it's the one I found, it's the one I stumbled across. It's called Miradouro de Santa Estevão, and oh my, is it pretty. The houses, what I just love that you have to keep the style. Yes, you can change the color slightly. There's whites, there's pinks, there's oranges, but all the roof tiles have to be that terracotta orange. And they just tier and layer. I mean, we've walked around, we know that they're tiered and layered. There's steps, there's hills, there's narrow alleyways, and to be above it and to look through it is stunning. There's a cruise ship in as well, which is quite nice, and then you can see the river, and across the river, the sun is going down, there's a few clouds in the sky. It's not exactly a popular viewpoint, there's a few people here, but oh boy, is it stunning. Just need a beer, don't we? Ay, look at the difference. This is probably the most popular Miradouro, maybe in Lisbon, definitely in Alfama. It's called Miradouro Santa Luisa. I'm sure it gets even more busy than this because 1, this isn't peak time, and 2, this is not peak season. But compared to where we were, where we had 2 people around us, this one is busy. So let's see if it's worth it. All right, that is pretty. Look at that, that is the postcard view right there, isn't it? That view right there is the postcard view. I think that's the one that you see online when you see Lisbon, but both ways. You have a bit of a panoramic, actually, a bit of a 180. Again, over the port, over the river, big cruise ship in the distance. The other side in the distance, that is stunning, I'm not going to lie. Worth the crowds, and then monastery up there. All right, it's worth it. Just before going to grab some dinner, I wanted to come back to the Praça de Comercial because I thought that there might be a nice atmosphere here this evening, and I wasn't wrong. The sun is setting, the waves are lapping against the shore. There's some Hare Krishna singing, which is quite funny, but a load of people are out, just chilling, just hanging around, taking in the sunset, enjoying themselves. The atmosphere, the vibe is so nice here. This is clearly the place to be, but what an atmosphere and what a view. The view over the bridge, which is linking both sides, is absolutely stunning. The Cristo Rey, the Jesus statue on the other side of the river, is stunning with the golden clouds behind it. The sunset is stunning. It's a very pretty place, Lisbon. I've had the most amazing time exploring around this city. I'm going to enjoy the sunset, take it in a little bit, and then I'm going to take you to a local Tasca, and then we're going to go to the Timeout market for some desserts. The video's not over yet. I'll catch you guys at the restaurant. All right, one thing you absolutely must do when you're in Lisbon is come to a Tasca, little local restaurants that serve Portuguese food all over the city, but obviously you get touristy ones and you get local ones. I've done some research and I think this one is a local one. So we're gonna try it out and see if the food is good and recommend it to you guys. It's right next to the Timeout market in Lisbon. So you think it'd be touristy, but it doesn't look it. It's called Restaurante O Gaiteiro, and it looks exactly how you'd want a traditional Tasca to look like inside. So authentic, so local. I hope the food is good. Just look at this place. You've got tiles framed on the wall, obviously synonymous with Lisbon. No frills in here, but this is exactly what you want. Tables, white and yellow checkered cloths, and then well, you see this everywhere in these Tascas. The paper and the plates on top, ready for you guys to eat. The kitchen out back, more traditional items. It's just, as I say, this is exactly as you want it, and then you can see into the kitchen. Menu-wise, you have, well, a lot of these places are split like this. You have fish options and you have meat options. Prices are roughly around the same, but you have completely traditional dishes like fried sea bass or fried sea bream. You have bacalhau à brás, which is the salt cod with potato. You have polvo à lagarero, which is a roasted octopus, and then you have meat dishes, traditional meat dishes like bitoque and alheira, the Portuguese sausage, which is roasted. Obrigado. Ai, ai, ai. I went with polvo a lagarero, the roasted octopus, cooked in lagarero style. So essentially, it is octopus, as you can see. It's almost like a whole octopus in there, which is incredible. Roasted in the pan with olive oil, garlic, and potatoes. It obviously comes with, as you can see, green beans and carrots here too. But it's a dish famous all over Portugal, but particularly here in Lisbon. So I thought, why not get it? It is a whole octopus. Look at that. Can I show you guys? Come on. Look at that whole octopus. 18 euros. I'd say that's pretty good value for that much octopus. It's not the cheapest. We'll cut it up. We'll get some of the tentacles and we'll try it. Oh, it is soft. Look at that. Big, juicy tentacle. Milky white flesh on the inside. Wow, that is unbelievable. You can taste the char on it. I mean, it's obviously been slow cooked first, and then they're frying it in the pan, but you can taste the char from that pan, smoky flavor coming onto that octopus, and then you get the olive oil and the garlic flavors in the background too. But it's so tender. Sometimes, obviously, octopus can be tough, it can be chewy, it can be rubbery, not very nice. But this one, it's cooked perfectly with some of that potato. Yes, those potatoes just suck up that olive oil and they're creamy, creamy soft. Oh, this place, guys. And with a glass of house wine, white wine, vino branco, you can't really get a better pairing, can you? Octopus, white wine, garlic, and olive oil. You're onto a winner. As I said, not all Tascas are equal in Lisbon and in these places. As you'd expect, not everyone is serving the best food. But when you find one, yeah, that's where you want to be, guys. So if you want a lunch or a dinner, traditional style, good value, I would say. I mean, it's not the cheapest, but it's good value, definitely, for what you get. Friendly service, make sure you come here, but you do need to pay in cash. So remember that, don't turn up thinking you're going to pay card. Fantastic, fantastic meal. I'm gonna enjoy this one, and then we'll go for some desserts. My last and final stop in this video is the Timeout Market, Lisbon. You didn't think I was going to come to Lisbon and film about the food and not come to this place, did you? It's probably on your list if you're visiting. It's one of the most popular places for foods in the whole city. Straight away, the atmosphere is fun. There's definitely a vibe here. Let's say that. Is it the best food? Well, we're about to find out. We're not going to eat full meals. I don't think I have any room for that. But I'm going to show you some traditional Portuguese desserts. There's a little stall here that serves traditional Portuguese desserts, and we're going to taste a few of them and rate them to see which ones are worth trying. I've got my desserts in front of me. 4 desserts. We have quindim de coco, noz de dourada, queijada, and toreros. 4 traditional desserts, and 4 desserts that I've never had before. I'm going to start with the torero. This is pastry filled with a mixture of like a cream and an almond paste, I think. You can see flaky pastry, and on the inside there, filled with that paste. Let's try that. It's not as sweet as I expected, actually. The pastry is super flaky on the outside. It's rolled in sugar. You can see on the outside that sugar coating it. But the inside, you taste the almond flavor, almost like a frangipan type of thing on the inside. Very nice, actually. I'm gonna give it 7.5 out of 10. Next up, we have queijada. And this actually looks very different to the queijada that I know. In Madeira, the queijada is like a thick, cheesy pastry. It's quite, it's quite dense. This one looks more like a cake. If you look at it, I'm gonna break it open. I think it is still made with that cream cheese. Yeah, definitely cakey on the inside. Not what I was expecting at all. Let's try. Oh boy, but is it good? Wow. It is completely different. Very spiced, actually. There's cinnamon in there. It's sticky, it's gooey. That top, you can see, is caramelized. Sticky in the hand, sticks to your fingers. But it's so dense, it's like a super dense cake. I don't even think it's got cream cheese in it. That one is fantastic. I'm gonna give that one 9 out of 10. And finally, we have our 2 desserts made with egg yolks. Now, you'll see a lot of egg yolk desserts in Portugal, including the Pastel de Nata, and that dates back to the monks and the monasteries, because what they were doing, they were using a lot of egg whites to starch their robes, so they had a lot of egg yolks left over, and what they used to do is make cakes and make pastries with them. That's why you see a whole host of egg yolk pastries in Portugal, and I've got 2 here, as I said, one with coconut and one with walnut. Let's try the coconut one first, because I love coconut. You can see egg yolk mixture on the top and then like a crunchy coconut base on the bottom. Oh, ha! I didn't expect that to taste so much of egg yolk. It's like an egg yolk custard, but very yolky, let's say, in flavor, very eggy. And then desiccated coconut, sweet desiccated coconut on the bottom, toasted, so you get that toasty flavor. It's good, it's sweet, it's coconutty. The more you eat it, the less you get of the eggy flavor, but I didn't think I expected it to be so eggy. Not sure it's my favorite because of that. Like, it tastes too eggy to be in a dessert. 6 out of 10, I think. The walnut egg yolk. Look at that, adorned with a walnut on top. Let's hope this one is less eggy. All right. Wow. That is much more like it. It's also covered in sugar, caramelized sugar. So you get crunch of the walnut, crunch of the sugar, and then the sweet egg yolk on the inside. That one is good, but perhaps a touch too sweet with that sugar as well. So I'm going to give that one 7.5 out of 10. Overall, they're all good, I would say. They do other things. They do soniosh, which are like fried donuts. They do plenty of other traditional desserts as well, so you can choose the ones you like. They're not expensive, about €2.20 each. But the pudim de queijada, that one was fantastic. So if you're only going to have one, I think that one is the one to try. And then just choose one you fancy. I'm glad I came here. I'm glad I came to the Timeout market. The atmosphere is fun. It's funky. To be honest, the actual food itself doesn't look, you know, I think there's better places in Lisbon to go and eat food, I would say. But come here for a drink. Come here to try some of the desserts. They also have a Manteigaria. So come here for a Pastel de Nata if you want. Do look at it, because it's fun, it's interesting. But I probably wouldn't come here for a meal, if I'm honest. The prices are a bit higher. The quality and the portion sizes are a bit smaller, let's say. But it's interesting. I'm glad I came. And that's it from this video in Lisbon. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.